If we approach a business from a point of trying to make a profit, it's going to be very stressful. Before the lockdown, all of us were already running our own businesses. So Sean Lee, one of the three co-founders, he's in the printing business. Kenvin is importing and exporting beverages. Different kind of drink, not coffee, but he's been running a business for a while now. And my business was in consulting and education. So as a coffee enthusiast, as I proclaim myself to be, one of the big issues that I faced during the lockdown was price of the coffee itself. Didn't make it easy for me to order my coffee. If you're a regular coffee drinker, I don't think you drink coffee only in the morning. You probably have like 3 or 4 cups throughout the entire day. At that time during the pandemic, most of the selections was very, very limited, and every time you had to order, it's unrealistic to order like 4 times a day for such an exorbitant price. The second problem was this: every time I ordered something, sure got spillage. It's not meant for coffee on the go. We are all in the business of dealing with people and servicing. So we say, hey, we can leverage on some of this knowledge that we have. Why don't we provide coffee, like real good coffee at affordable prices? And that's how it started.
What Crave Coffee is all about was, I think there are a few core values that we were looking into when we had first established Crave Coffee. Number one is all about providing consumers with a great quality product, whereby a good coffee would actually give the drinker a good kick. And when the consumers get the cup of coffee, we try to ensure that everything is still in place without any spillage. Number two, it was also because of the pandemic, we didn't want to invest in a nice looking place, making the place look Instagrammable. It was purely on a delivery-based platform.
We wanted our customers to come to us truly for the product itself.
One of the key challenges as a delivery-based platform business is we are heavily reliant on the riders, because all the business that we go through would depend on the availability of riders to fulfill each and every order. When there's a dip of riders being available, it will definitely impact on the fulfillment on our part of consumers.
Yeah, and this is beyond any cafe's control, beyond any business owner's control. You can't do without them. It certainly wasn't financially wise to invest in our own riders when it was a startup. So we had to frame the business in such a way that all resources went into the value of the product or the packaging, making sure that it's meant for delivery. The biggest fear was nobody would like our coffee. Nobody would order online. I mean, I'm a coffee drinker, so I know I go to a cafe alone. I go to a cafe with somebody I want to speak to meet up. So those things cannot be done through a coffee delivery. Your coffee really has to be damn good. If people want to order again every day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day, or they order for the entire family, it's a different ball game. We can't sell using the same things that work for a cafe. Actually, for the first 3 months, we were quite worried. First month was really worrying. We had 5 orders a day. We think, oh my God, how many coffee cups we have to sell a day to break even? But we started last year in July, August, September. By October, I think we had the second lockdown somewhere around the time. And that's when people really started paying attention to our brand and really took off after the 3rd month. We had like 20 cups a day, 20 orders a day. We're celebrating already. To have growth means we have to have new items in our menu.
When we first started off, it was only coffee. So why don't we try to expand and provide a bigger shopping cart? There are more options for them to choose from. Super Chop was purely created because of the kids that we have at home. They love chocolate drinks. We say, hey, we're in the business of beverage now. Why don't we create our own bottled chocolate drink where kids can enjoy it as well? And number two, you are saying, what drinks do Malaysians love to drink? Teh Tarik came about. We call it the Super Tarik, whereby we have actually made it and refined it to what we believe keep the right notes for all the Teh Tarik lovers. And then lastly, the matcha came about. And that's how we actually evolved throughout Crave Coffee's journey. So our future plan for Crave Coffee is to continue to expand on our existing business platform, which it will still be very much based on a delivery-based platform. And from there, we'll look into the options of having distribution partners, for example, like Bila Mart. And as we progress, what other partners that we could work with to have our products made available in other locations which we are not covered.
If the pandemic had never happened, I don't think we would have started Crave Coffee. I mean, we had the capacity and the resources to, but did not have the urgency to do it. We didn't start it because we were desperate. We didn't start it because we had no other thing to do. In fact, actually, all 3 of our businesses, although there was a lockdown, it was a busy time for all of us. So we just saw an opportunity and we didn't think too much about it. It was a plan, but was far from perfect. We really thought that, hey, let's take this on as a challenge. It could be an adventure. We knew that starting was more important than being perfect.
I am Kenvin.
And I'm Kenny.
And Crave Coffee is pandemic born.